Last of Us Season 2 trailer. I want to say I'm excited, but I'm not. I already know what's going to happen. I hope that they make some slight changes to some things as far as the story goes, but we'll see how this plays out. I'm sure it's probably going to be mostly close to the chest. I'm sure they're not going to give away too many details because the casual fans that really kind of drove this show, you know, they may or may not know what's going to happen. So bless their hearts if they don't. Let me go ahead and fire this phone up. Okay, we good. We should be good. Oh, what the hell? Okay.
Oh, you want to start or what?
I'd probably lose myself.
Let's try something different.
I'm gonna go to the beginning scene. Damn near.
You can't heal something unless you're brave enough to say it out loud.
Hey, there go Dina. W Dina in the chat.
Say the thing you're afraid to say.
Oh, this scene.
Say it out loud, no matter what it is, no matter how bad.
I already know people finna thirst over Jesse.
What did you do?
I wonder if that bearded white guy was the dude that was like that grew all the weed plants and whatnot. There's some scars, some teraphites. That's gruesome. Oh, that's really gruesome. Hey. Oh, that's it. Yeah, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough. I wonder if they're gonna do it like around the same time. I remember season 1 being like the beginning, like the first quarter. I would probably say they'll probably drop another trailer, maybe like the Game Awards, and that'll actually have the date in 2025. If the last season is anything to go off of, I believe it went from like the end of January to maybe like the middle of March or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised if they run that back because it ended up working last time around. I'm gonna do a quick breakdown because I do need to make a YouTube video about this. I told myself I'm gonna get back into my Last of Us bag. People I'm sure already have like breakdowns and whatnot. So let me just go ahead and jump into this. First off, detail number 1, if I were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. This was the song that the game began and ended on, which has a lot of thematical like meaning to it because it really represents all 3 of the main characters that the story is centered around, right? Joel's actions. If I were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself. He lost himself whenever he went through that hospital and aired out to save Ellie. Ellie lost herself because one of the people that got aired out was her pops, and she went to Jackson years later, did what she did, and conversely, Ellie lost Joel and ended up losing parts of herself. She at the end of the game couldn't even play the guitar that Joel gave her. You know what I mean? Significance in the beginning song in and of itself. Now the main difference I'm seeing here is he's actually going to a therapist. I remember in the first season he was having like PTSD flashbacks, or like he was like real shook. It was right after he ended up finding her, and she saved him by getting the medicine from like David and all the rest of them like cannibal people eating folks. Whenever they first got to Jackson, they got their issue pressed and they didn't know who they was until Tommy came out and was like, oh, that's my brother. Or maybe it was Marie that recognized Joel by name and was like, oh, are you Tommy's brother? Afterwards, he started having panic attacks because, you know, he's deaf in his ear, he's old, he's washed, he's pretty much getting washed up, and he didn't know that if he could finish the journey or not. This was around the time that he was trying to dump Ellie on to Tommy. But I say that to say he's actually seeing a therapist, so that could be part of the reason why. She's like, you know, you can't really brave through something without saying it out loud. If he's talking about, you know, whatever is actually troubling him, then the difference between the game and this is that he's telling it to a therapist, which is supposed to be confidential, right? But there's no government to be like, you know, you're supposed to maintain confidentiality with your client, I guess. I wouldn't be surprised if he just doesn't say anything. He probably, Joel is probably the type of dude that thinks that therapy is dumb in the first place. And it's probably been recommended by like Maria or Tommy or somebody close to him. He needs to see somebody because he's been tweaking out and having PTSD and all of that. But I wouldn't be surprised if he's just not saying anything and opts to tell Joel or tell Tommy when it's all said and done. We get to see Ellie walking out, get a better view of Jackson. I can tell this, I want to say like the green screen starts like right here. I want to say it starts like right at that little, like, if you can see my cursor there, like right there. But you can obviously tell that this is all like, I think they're in the 360 thing that they use for like the Mandalorian and stuff like that, which is really high quality. But I mean, I can still tell, you know what I mean? It'd be kind of cool if they ended up like having like an actual, like a live set or whatever. Speaking of the guitar that Joel gave Ellie, I guess she kind of inherited it, but this is the guitar. And if you remember in the first season and in the first game, Joel promises Ellie that he's going to teach her how to play the guitar. And this is him making good on his promise. So this is where Ellie kind of learns how to play guitar, where we'll see later in the trailer. I don't know where this is from. I don't even, oh, this is okay. I'm wondering if this is Ellie and Dina on their patrol before it happens, or if this is the Salt Lake crew on the way to Jackson. And so again, going into later, my only issue with Bella Ramsey is that she's so short, and seeing her, this is supposed to be what, 4 years after the events of the first season or the first game. She don't look 4 years older. But this is Dina, and Ellie, I think she was playing, actually, I'm not even gonna attempt to remember the song that she was playing, but yeah, Joel taught her how to play, and because she knew how to play guitar, she played it for somebody else that she cared about, which ends up being Dina, her future love interest slash baby mother, through proxy of Jesse. Now, this scene right here, if they actually do this scene, this is going to determine whether or not Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey were the right choices for Joel and Ellie. This scene in the game, I don't think I could really ever watch that scene without tearing up every single time. I'm gonna let y'all get y'all bars off. I don't know who all is in the chat right now, but I have a good feeling that there's gonna be a lot of thirst around this young man right here. This is probably gonna do a lot for his brand. He may even get more deals after this, but yeah, I can tell people were already thirsting over Jesse in the game, and I can just tell this is probably gonna be the same story. And this is Abby right here. Now, I don't know if this is the flashback whenever they help the zebra get out from like the barbed wire and stuff like that, or if this is post Joel event. But judging from the looks of it, I'm gonna assume that this is after their like quality bonding time. And this guy right here, my best guess is that one, he's gonna die. Two, I'm thinking that this is the dude who's like farm Ellie and Dina end up like doing stuff in the game. He had already passed away, but I'm assuming that this is going to, like, the zombie horde attack is going to lead to a whole bunch of stuff going on, and one of the things that happened is him losing his life. This is a little cut, the quick time scene. I like how they're doing a lot of one-to-ones here. There's the Seraphites in the Seattle, feel her love, that's their slogan. Don't know what that is, very gruesome. That's gruesome as well. They got a Seraphite. So I had a quick guess. I thought maybe that would be like Lev or something, but maybe, I don't even know if they really do the Lev angle, because The Last of Us Part 2, that is a chunky story with a lot of characters. I don't know if they're gonna be able to do all of them in one season, unless this season is like 20 episodes. We just get a couple of random shots. So yeah, I say that to say grab your tissue, especially if you've not played the game. Grab your tissue, all right?